the heavies. Thank you, awesome Danny, for sending these. I really appreciate it. Let's get into it. Build is quite nice. Like, it feels like a sturdy headphone. I do have some complaints though. The main one being that it is quite clampy. This is not overly comfortable for long listening sessions for me, and I'm not sure you can bend this one out. Also, I have this on the max size setting, and it barely fits me. So if your head's bigger than mine, I got a big head, but if your head's bigger than mine, this likely will not fit you. Kind of a cool headphone, novelty wise. It has two drivers here firing at the ear, and then two drivers here. It's interesting. I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's a novelty. I I find it to be a fun novelty. Yeah, buttons are cool as well. This is a knob for the volume. It's a little bit limited on how much it changes the volume, but it's a cool concept. And you got your function buttons, your on off, and hell blocker or ANC, USB charging, your pairing, and then you can do passive with this, but I don't really like the passive tuning all that much. But yeah, listen to the voice on this. Here, I'm gonna stick this up to the microphone. It's kind of hilarious.
Power on. Connected. Hell blocker activated.
It's kind of hilarious. Yeah, the build, it's all right. It's okay. It's just a little tight and a little bit clampy. So that's my big warning when it comes to this headphone build wise. If you got a big head, buyer beware. Yeah, how do these sound? So they are not going to be for everyone. That is for sure. They have quite a bit of bass, okay mids, and then you get to the ear gain, and it has a similar kind of scoop out of the 2K region that the Edition XS has. And the treble it's okay. It's just a little bit too much ear gain for how much of everything else that's going on there. Yeah. So I do have some nitpicks when it comes to the frequency response. On the passive, it's just too much of a V. Like, it's the bass is too muddy and the upper mids are too much, and it kind of scoops out the mids a little bit. When you get to the active, it's bordering muddy, and then you go to the ANC, and it's actually pretty good. I actually don't mind the ANC tuning at all. I enjoy listening to it. The upper mids are about similar in level as something as like the HD 600 series or 6XX. Kind of similar in timbre as the Edition XS in the upper mids there. That is interesting. And the bass, yeah, again, it's bordering muddy. So if this is for a class 2 listener who likes their upper mids. I would very much caution you if you don't like bass, because this has a lot of bass. I personally love bass, and I find it kind of fun. Overall, I don't hate the sound. I don't think it's necessarily like the best sounding headphone in the world at all. If I were to EQ it a bit, I'd probably EQ in a bit of the 2K-ish region, and I would take down the ear gain just a bit because, yeah, I personally found it shouty at times. Personally, I EQ the 6XS. I EQ the ear gain down on that too. So I'm just a little bit sensitive there. But yeah, other than EQing that down a little bit, I don't know if I'd touch anything else. Like, I kind of like the bass, especially on the ANC mode. And the trebles, it's okay enough. It's just, yeah, I found it a little shouty at times, and that's kind of my main limitation with this headphone. Sound wise, otherwise it's kind of fun. I would not recommend this. I don't think it's like the best sound money can buy at this price range. I still prefer listening to my 6XX with EQ over this, but I have fun with it, and I don't necessarily hate it. I just don't recommend it. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, I also I couldn't get the app to work. So the app apparently it has EQ and stuff. I couldn't get any of the app features to work, so yeah, I kind of had to give up on that. That's on the iPhone. I actually didn't try with Android. Maybe it worked with Android, but it did not work for me on the iPhone. So there's that. Otherwise, yeah, if I had EQ, maybe I would like this even more because, yeah, for me, it's just the upper mids are there's something. Yeah, I'd probably just EQ them down a little bit and maybe EQ in a bit of that 2K region, around there. And me personally, I love bass, so I'd probably leave the bass alone on the active mode. So yeah, other than that, like I kind of I kind of don't hate these. They're a meme. Don't get me wrong; these are absolutely a meme, and I do not recommend you buy them. But if you're wanting, like neutral, whatever. But if you want the novelty, it does sound novel. It does sound interesting to me. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't hate it, and it's kind of fun. So yeah, it depends who you are. You have to know you're wanting these. I would not say blind buy them, but I could see why consumers would actually enjoy this. Like the average consumer, this is targeted at metalheads. I can absolutely see why the average consumer would actually quite enjoy these. So, anyways, that's it. That's all. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time.